Good morning! For this fall landscape, you'll need some markers and crayons. Don't forget about white and brown crayons, as well as a sponge and some water. To get started, fold your paper up to create your line of symmetry. This fold is going to separate the two halves of our paper and eventually our drawing. The top half is going to be our forest scene, and the bottom is like a lake or river that reflects the image. Use a brown crayon to create tree trunks along the top half of your paper. I'm pressing down hard, and I'm just creating a thick base and then adding lines around the top where my branches are. You want to make anywhere from 4 to 5 trees. If you need to pause, do so. Otherwise, with a white crayon, draw some curved lines along the bottom of your paper. You may not see them now, but you will later. These are like the ripples on the water. Now, to give the real trees some definition, with a crayon in the fall colors, so red, oranges, yellows, green if you want, begin drawing the outline of each tree as well as some leaves inside of it. I ended up adding some squiggles at the bottom for fallen leaves as well. Once you have your outlines, with the markers, find the matching color and begin coloring in your trees. Make sure you color in that entire space. We want lots of ink in the trees. Now I'll fill in the background with some leaves and grass on the bottom and the sky. For the sky, you don't have to color in all the way to the edge of the tree. I'm just kind of going around and filling in the space roughly. It doesn't have to be perfectly colored in. When you're done, the top half of your drawing should show a nice fall landscape. Now, we're going to create the bottom half, the symmetrical part. I'm going to take my sponge, wet it, and then carefully, so that it's wet, but not so much that it breaks, right? We don't want it ripping. I'm going to wet the bottom half and then fold it up. And then I'm going to start wetting my page. So I want the colors, I want all the markers that I just put on one half to start leaking and spreading onto the bottom half of my paper. I'm going to go around here, see how it's all wet around it. So maybe use a newspaper. I can also flip it over and add more water. I really want it to be wet. I should see the colors through the paper. Wait for it to dry. And when it's dry like this, I can open it. And now I have it looking like the water is reflecting the trees by the edge. I'm just kind of trying to flatten it out a little bit. But there you go. And you can see the water where those lines are that we created with the white crayon. There's our symmetrical fall landscape.